Welcome back to the program. This is Kivumbi 2017 right here on KTN News. Of course, this is your election headquarters. We're going to make sure you don't miss anything as far as, Kenya's elections, which is just 3 days away. You don't miss anything as far as, politics is concerned. But now let's get some break from the day's politics. And let me invite my colleague here, Wahisi, who is on the other studio for us. Now, Moses, understand the IAAF World Championships is going to start today. Apart from Usain Bolt retiring after his 100 meters race, I also understand we have athletes there. How does our medal prospects look like?
Yusuf, talking about the medal prospect, yes, matters of World Championship, Kenyans knows well to bag those medals because in the last edition of the World Championships, actually Kenya was on top of the world medals. That is after getting a total of 16 medals. We had bagged 7 gold medals, 6 silver medals and 3 bronze medals. Now, talking about this time out, we have a huge team of 54 athletes who are saying we have to defend that title because we are the defending champions. But yes, you're talking about Usain Bolt, and is expected to retire this after these championships. But the person who people are terming him to be the one who will maybe replace him is a one man under the grass who got injured 2 days ago and will not be taking part in this championship. Now let's just take a look of what events are going to be highlighting today's menu, because we have our own Kenyans who are going to be in action in today's affair. Talk about the 100 meters opening round. Yes, it is going to be spicy, but our main focus will be in the 1500 meters. Talk about this 1500 meters women's heats. We're going to be having different athletes who are going to be taking part. But of key interest is a world champion, yes, our very own Faith Kipyegon. She has been very, very impressive in 2017. And for her, she's saying, I want to defend this title and I want to do it in style. It is not going to be easy because she's going to be running against the world record holder, Genzebe Dibaba. At the same time, is also going to be in action against Canadian athletes who have also been very, very impressive this time out. So those are just some of the events that are going to be highlighting the menu of the first day. But also of key interest is the 10,000 meters, because we're going to be having the final still on day 1. We've already moved to day 2. But yes, talk about day 2 on the same sphere. Day 2 is also going to be as competitive as ever, because we're going to be having different athletes just trying to make good times. We have the 400 meters. Yes, Kenya is not known to be that impressive in matters to do with sprints, but we're going to be having Kenyan stars highlighting the 400 meters hits. We have Raymond Kibet, who has actually posed a very, very impressive time of 45.60 seconds. We also have Alphas Kishoyan in the 400 meters hits Kenyan team, and also Colin Sumai, who remember, he will be making his debut, and for him, he's very optimistic that he's going to star. 800 meters hits, we know David Rudisha will not be defending his title, but we don't have a short of athletes because we have our very own who are saying we are going to fill the shoes that David Rudisha actually has been wearing for quite a number of times. But remember, we have Nigel Lamos, who's been a nightmare for the Kenyan athletes, and he's saying Rudisha is not there. Maybe it might be my time to start. But remember, we also have the likes of Kipyegon Bet, who has been impressive, and even for him is a man to watch this time out. In the evening session of day 2, that is Saturday, we will be having different athletes just trying to be as impressive as they can. But remember, at the same time, on Saturday, that is the day that you're going to see Usain Bolt run his final race that is going to be highlighting that menu at 9:45 Kenyan time. Now we move to Sunday, which will be the day 3 of this event. Let's talk about this day 3. I know a lot of people have always been talking about the Conseslus Kipruto versus Conseslus Kipruto versus the one man who's been able to win major titles. That is Ezekiel Kimboi in the 3,000 meters steeplechase. It has been written there 300. It is a mistake, but it is 3,000 meters steeplechase. A lot of people will be looking how well Kenyan stars are going to be performing. But of key interest, we'll remember remember that based on Evans Jagger's recent victory in the IAAF Diamond League in Monaco, that he posed a time of 8 minutes 1.29, the fastest actually this year. A lot of competition will actually be on that race. Yes, we have Ezekiel Kemboi, who will be trying to bag that title, but at the same time, maybe the United States, Evans Jagger, will become the first athlete who is not a Kenyan from 2005 to be able to bag this 3,000 meter steeplechase medal. But you'll remember the only time that Kenyans have not been able to bag the 3,000 meters steeplechase is only in from 1987. We've only missed in 2003 and in 2005. So the prospects point out that maybe Kenyans will be able to take that. Talk about the marathon team. We know we had a lot of stars who missed, who will not actually be representing Kenya in the marathon this time out. But a very, very competitive race it will be, because one man, Daniel Wanjiro, who's this year's London Marathon champion, will be in the Kenyans team, together with Geoffrey Kirui and also Gideon Kipketer. So even for that, very, very impressive it might be that the Kenyans might be able to go there and star. Still on day 3, we'll be having the 800 meters semi-final. So we hope that the Kenyans who might progress from day 2 will have an easy affair when we talk about the semi-finals that will be highlighting that menu at 9:45 Kenyan time on Sunday. But those are not only the races that will be there, because we will also be having the final of the women's marathon. Talk about the Kenyan team. We have Edna Kiplagat, we have Hela Kiprop, and also Flumena Cheyech. So it will be a nail-biting affair. But as I had mentioned earlier, a lot is expected from this Kenyan team, because, yes, we have shown that we can beat the world. We did that in 2015. 2016, we didn't have the World Championship. Now it is 2017. We have a lot that is expected from this team. Now, the 2017 World Championship, I know a lot is expected from the different athletes, but the trainings have been there. The different athletes have just been trying to match up their performance. That is Colin Somai, you're seeing him there. He will be making his debut. Helen Osando-Obiri, the lady that has been very, very impressive in matters to do with 5,000. Remember, she was running the 1,500 meters, but she said that it is my time to star in matters to do with the 5,000. She has not lost even a single race in 2017. We're talking about Helen Osando-Obiri. That is Colin Somai you're seeing there, just pushing it hard. But remember about him, he used to be a rugby player, so he's represented Kenya in matters to do with the Kenya Sevens, but he's saying, I want to get a gold medal, but it won't be easy for him, because it is matters to do with World Championship. It is not an easy affair, because all these athletes have trained hard, and they're saying it is our time to shine. But who will be able to get those medals? It is the question that a lot of Kenyans are asking, but very, very confident Kenyan team is. And Hussein, if you might agree with me, we have to defend this title. We boast, because last time out, we bagged the 16 medals, Yusuf, and now we're saying we need to do this again. But yes, we are confident and optimistic that we're going to do it in style again.
Yes, Wahisi, forgive me if I'm wrong, but I've not heard you mention about the YouTube man, that is Julius Yego. Does he stand a chance this time around in London?
Trust you me, YouTube man has not had the best season that one would have expected him to have, because he's gone to several Diamond Leagues, but he's not actually had the best throws. We'll remember here in the country, actually was able to throw 87.7 in this year. But when he's been going to, we'll remember we saw him in Monaco, he had a throw of 79 point something. I won't remember that quite clearly. So he's not had the season that people expected him to have. It will be competitive for him, because we have the likes of Roller, the Germans, who have been very, very impressive. We have the guy from Trinidad and Tobago, also very, very impressive. So for Julius Yego, it will be very competitive for him. But you never know. Anytime that an athlete go on that field, because for him it's a field event, anything can happen. So we won't say that Julius Yego won't be able to throw a throw that is expected. He has the power. He has that power in him. Maybe the year has not been that sweet for him, but you never know. Anything can happen, and maybe, again, he might be a world champion. It's just a matter of time, and we're going to see what Julius Yego will produce.
Thank you very much, Wahisi, for that update. Of course, we do expect our athletes to make us proud as usual, even as they participate in that IAAF championships that is